What's up, YouTube and Rumble? It's your boy Maverick Raven coming at you with another video. And man, this is going to be some good news for some people. It's definitely good news for the creators of South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker. I should be mentioning Trey Parker first, right? If you know what I mean. But yeah, man, like this is not breaking news, but it is news that happened while I was asleep because I'm an old man and I go to sleep at 10. But yeah, apparently this came out about 8 hours ago, which puts it at about 11 last night, 11-ish last night. Yeah, 11:24 apparently Eastern time. We're gonna get through this, but before we do, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All that stuff really helps out the channel. Plus, we'd love to have you be the newest member of the flock. The flock is for life. So come join us, guys. We'd love to have you. The air is for everyone. So here's the thing, right? There was this huge streaming deal way back when for HBO Max, back when it was still HBO Max before the rebranding, and then now it's back to HBO Max, but you know what I mean. And way back when, before the rebranding, they paid a little bit under, I think, $1 billion for the streaming rights back then. And this was like, I don't know, man, like 9 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that. And now they're giving them $1.5 billion to stream with Paramount. That's a lot of money, bro. Oof, that's a lot of money. That's like, I can't even imagine amount of money. It says the creators of Comedy Central's South Park reached a breakthrough Monday in the tense negotiations over the streaming rights of the long-running satirical cartoon. Paramount agreed to buy the global streaming rights for South Park to bring the show to the company's digital service, Paramount Plus, for the first time in the U.S., according to three people close to the negotiations who were not authorized to comment. But they commented anyways, and they leaked, and they're not really trustworthy yet. They must have, dude, imagine, they must have been paid, I don't know, 10 grand to leak something like that. 10 grand's a lot of money, bro. Cash, cash probably. Yeah, man, that's crazy. But, that's just me thinking how much it would be nice to be an insider. Says the deal with Trey Parker and Matt Stone through their Park County production company values the global streaming rights at $300 million a year. Wow. So I guess that's where they got their $1.5 billion valuation, right? According to the two of the people close to the agreement who could not discuss the matter publicly because the deal is not final. The 5-year deal means the show will fetch $1.5 billion for streaming alone. The sum preserves the show's status as one of the world's most valuable TV franchises. That's so much money, bro. That's an obscene amount of money. As part of the deal, Park County agreed to produce 10 episodes a year. Yes! That's one of the things I wanted, dude. Because they were producing 6 with HBO Max. And they weren't even doing 6 a year because I think it's been, like 2 years since the last season? I think it was 2023. I think it was. Because it was season 26. I don't think it was 2024. It might have been. The years just pass by so fast when you're a little older, man. I'll say a little older. Anyway, so now we're gonna get 10 episodes a year, or they're in breach of contract, which I don't think they want to be, man. Because this has been, as in their own words, well, in the words of Trey Parker, this has been a shit show. So we'll see. It says Paramount was eager to bring the cartoon home. In 2019, previous corporate managers licensed South Park. Oh, okay, so I was close. To rival HBO Max as Paramount's streaming service was still in development, but that decision left Paramount Plus out in the cold, much like the fictional mountain town of South Park, Colorado. Yes, yes, yes. The HBO Max deal expired in late June, and they couldn't wait to make more money off it. That's awesome, dude. That's great. Great for them, dude. Paramount this spring offered HBO Max and its parent, Warner Bros. Discovery, an option to co-license the show, which should have given Kenny, Kyle, Stan, and Cartman a home on 2 streaming services, Paramount Plus and HBO Max. Oh, that would have been so dope. But over the weekend and on Monday, the talks with Warner Bros. Discovery collapsed, prompting Paramount to go it alone, according to one of the knowledgeable sources. Really? I guess if you can't have exclusivity on something, it kind of sucks, right? Maybe. Both sides were motivated to reach a deal before Wednesday when Paramount's Comedy Central channel kicks off the 27th season of South Park. That's true, man, because you would imagine that at least it would have like next day availability on the app, just like Hulu used to do back in the day. Well, they still do it too. The premiere date had already been postponed once amid the behind the scenes drama, as Paramount prepares to be sold to David Ellison's Skydance Media. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. Paramount and Skydance also wanted to avoid any public relations fiascos when Stone and Parker take the stage Thursday at FanFest Comic-Con in San Diego. Yeah, you know they'll say whatever the hell is on their mind. Thanks to an agreement dating back to 2007, Park County is entitled to nearly half of the show's streaming revenue through a joint venture with Paramount called South Park Digital Studios. The revenue sharing arrangement should enable Paramount to eventually recoup about half of the licensing fee that it agreed to pay for streaming rights. Months of deal talks were complicated by Paramount's pending sale to Skydance. In addition, the two sides have separately been negotiating a new overall deal for Parker and Stone to renew their previous $900 million pact that kept the show on Comedy Central with new episodes through 2027. So hold on. So they're getting $900 million to run the show, and then they're getting $1.5 billion? Yo, that's so much money. These guys are billionaires now. They have to be billionaires. They have to be. Hey, God bless them, dude. They anybody who's seen, what is it, 6 Days to Air, I think is the title of the documentary. I think it's on the season 13 behind the scenes stuff. It's a documentary about how the turnaround time to produce an episode of South Park. And yeah, 6 days to air. It's 6 days. And it's 6 days of just... And I'm very surprised at Trey Parker and Matt Stone, because they seemed to not want to get back on this 10 episode a year, or whatever, 10 episode a season thing. And I'm really surprised. I'm happily surprised, but still I'm very surprised. Plus, how much money do they need, dude? Like, I don't know, man. At this point, I think they're just like throwing out a figure and hoping to get laughed out of the room, man, because at least Trey Parker seems like he's tired, man. He's tired. He's gonna imagine if he has to give up his baby. Ew. The Skydance has Parker and Stone's team are seeking a higher valuation in order to produce new seasons. Skydance has the authority to approve major Paramount transactions as part of an arrangement it struck last year with the company's board. Initially, Park County asked for a 10-year deal, but Skydance balked, insisting on a shorter span given the uncertain television landscape. Okay, that makes sense. The high-stakes negotiations became strained last week, prompting Park County to enlist Bulldog litigators Stuart Liner and Brian Friedman to prepare a lawsuit targeting Paramount and Skydance, two sources said. Oof. But by week's end, the talks were back on track. The various sides agreed on a 5-year term rather than a 10-year span. Skydance signed off on the transaction, the sources said. Parker and Stone's longtime attorney Kevin Morris and Keith Pizzi, Park County's chief executive, spearheaded negotiations for the creators. Keys Hill Edgar, chief operating officer of Paramount's Media Networks unit, shepherded Paramount's side. Skydance's Ellison and Jeff Shell, a senior executive at Redbird Capital Partners, which is part of the Skydance team, were heavily involved in negotiations to bring the show to Paramount Plus. The companies declined to comment Monday. This story originally appeared in the Los Angeles Times. Cool, man. So there you have it, you guys. Trey Parker, Matt Stone make a buttload more of money, and we get 10 episodes a season for the next 5 years. Hopefully. So yeah, are you guys South Park fans? Let me know. Sound off in the comments. What do you guys think? Are you happy about the 10 episodes a year? This kind of, if you guys have been following this kind of comes as a huge surprise. I really thought that they weren't going to go back to 10 episodes of the season. I really thought that they were going to stay stuck on this 6 episodes a season stuff, this garbage. But yeah, man, we're going to be back on track for real, for real. That's awesome, dude. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. And yeah, you guys, as always, stay safe and stay based.